Scrapyard fine. Fuel lines are broken. Let's see if we can get it started. Start it up. Let's start a fluid. She won't start. This is wrong. It's going through the center. See that? So it's supposed to go through the center of the wire. Let's go through the side of the wire and puncture the center. So let's see if we got spark. Now we're not going to have spark. That's what it has to do. Watch this. I'll try to see if we can zoom in on it a little bit. Sorry about that. I'll put a spark plug boot on it later. See, what they did is go through the core and just push the wire out. So we're going to take the wire. Doesn't matter where. We're just going to puncture it over here. Let me pause this. I'm going to quick explain this. How the primer bulb works. This is the inlet side. This is where the fuel goes. Note that piece with the screw. That's where the screen is. And this is where the fuel filter is. And then the primer is going to suck gas through the carburetor into the primer bulb and suck it back into the tank. So this line doesn't have to be long. And the long side of this primer bulb is where fuel comes out. Primer bulb just pushes fuel through the carburetor itself. And we just replaced the primer bulb because it was bad. They had the wrong. This spark plug was not working. That was on here. Was a 7Y. And then we took the cover off. Who knows what we did with the screws. So we replaced the primer bulb. It was rotted. You can't go there. There's not too much air in. We replaced the fuel line since it was all rotted and falling apart. There's nothing. Oh, that's cut. Here we go. And then the trick when you put the fuel line in is you slit it a little bit. You cut the fuel line in half so it slides in there. Now we got the coil wire connected sort of correctly. We need to put the cap on there, but it'll be fine. We don't need the cover on right now. Put it on choke and we'll fire it up a couple times and you can see it run. Oh, one thing else too I noticed is this handle's loose. So we're going to tighten it up right now as tight as we can get this thing. There's our nice little area. And that is your scrapyard. You can see this thing works from the scrapyard. Just the rotted fuel lines and the primer bulb. We're going to adjust the carburetor in a few. We got a new fuel filter on there too. We turn this around so it's the correct orientation. And now you see what a little cultivator does. It just tilts up the ground, but very shallow, and it doesn't have a lot of power. This is only 2 horsepower, so and the difference that I have in the video, tiller versus cultivator. Tiller is heavier, you can't really carry it, got a bigger engine, usually 4-cycle. Cultivators usually 2-cycle. It's small, just a couple of twines, doesn't dig as deep, doesn't have a lot of power, and is portable, really good for flower beds and stuff like that. Thank you for watching.